Anxiety's got you all chained to desks, drawing nightmares.
The recently released Inside Out 2 left fans raving as a new group of emotions enters the franchise. Anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui invaded Riley's mind when she began puberty, ushering her into the next developmental stage of her life. While Riley's core emotions had helped her throughout her childhood, anxiety claims that Riley needs more sophisticated emotions to help her throughout her teenage years, and she may not be wrong. Emotions become more complicated with age, while some form more prevalently due to personal experiences. In Riley's case, she may struggle with anxiety more than other children her age. In today's video, we'll discuss the emotions Riley may need as she ages and the franchise continues.
Riley, you okay?
Number 1. Rationality. As we've witnessed throughout the two films, overwhelming emotions can cloud someone's judgment. In the first Inside Out, anger influences Riley to run away from home as she struggles to cope with the move to San Francisco. Likewise, in the sequel, anxiety's extreme influence forces Riley to abandon her friends and break into Coach Robert's office, despite how much trouble doing so could put her in. While the Core 5 try to discuss their decisions, it's not rare for someone to commandeer the control panel, influencing Riley and enforcing her actions. It's hard to control or navigate sudden emotions when young. After Riley's puberty begins, every emotion is taken out of proportion, causing her to yell, rant, and cry with little provocation. People must learn how to cope with and manage their emotions as they age, to respond appropriately to any situation. The ability to evaluate one's emotions and self-soothe could become a new, well-rounded, and responsible character in the franchise. While Joy and the others have Riley's best interests at heart, they occasionally make poor decisions at the worst time, like when Joy encourages Riley to goof off on the first day of hockey camp, which has consequences for everyone. Rationality could catch these moments when they occur, choosing the appropriate moments to have fun and to get serious. They could also help Riley keep calm and make crucial decisions. However, strong emotions can still overpower rational thought, and rationality would need to contend with the other emotions.
Mom looks sad.
I'm the worst! Oh no!
Number 2. Attraction. Interestingly, an emotion themed around love and romance hasn't appeared in the franchise thus far. Their absence makes sense in the first film, as Riley is still a child and is more preoccupied with moving states and developing crushes on her peers. However, things have changed in the years leading to the sequel, as Riley has developed a romantic attraction for others, real and fictional alike. When Joy and the others travel through Riley's mind in Inside Out 2, they encounter a monument called Mount Crushmore, which includes carved faces of Riley's crushes so far, including her friend Jordan from the first film and Riley's first date. The video game character Lance/Blade is also on the monument, showcasing that Riley may have crushes on other fictional characters, something familiar in teenagers. In the sequel, Disgust nearly takes on the role of love or attraction. She rallies Lance and encourages him to embrace his potential, and the pair share a heartfelt moment before parting ways. Disgust seemingly has feelings for Lance alongside Riley, which makes sense as she influences Riley's social decisions until anxiety and envy arrive. Disgust as an emotion may determine what Riley likes and dislikes, but she isn't love. Riley could benefit from developing an emotion based around attraction precisely as she ages. As she enters high school and college, she'll witness people dating left and right, with some pursuing long-term and committed relationships. Riley's attraction can help her navigate her crushes while determining the traits she desires in a potential partner.
The only one that matters is Lance. Well, at least they got his good side. Every side is his good side.
Number 3. Empathy. While some people are naturally empathetic, for others it's a learned response from interacting with friends, families, and peers. In the opening scene of Inside Out 2, Joy explains how kind and selfless Riley is, providing scenes of her helping her best friends, Grace and Bree, even when others refuse to do the same. Her sense of self influences her actions, but she loses that part of herself when anxiety takes over, abandoning her friends, refusing to spend time with them, and failing to check on Grace after knocking her down during the hockey game. Now that Riley has a new sense of self created by all her emotions and experiences, she may have a more challenging time behaving selfishly or keeping sight of others' needs if upset. An emotion like empathy can help Riley hold onto her altruistic and generous traits, helping her choose between helping others or looking the other way. These situations will help her become a trustworthy source for many people, especially her loved ones. Empathy could also help Riley become an idol and inspiration for the younger hockey players who come after her. Like Valentina, she may offer a hand to nervous first-year students who want their shot at joining the Firehawks. It would make her a great mentor and team captain in her final year of high school. Number 4. Intuition. Most people know intuition is an emotion often ignored, even when it should have been acknowledged in hindsight. Most people describe the sensation as a gut reaction or an inkling that something is wrong, and they may act accordingly, ignoring it or changing plans to attempt to ease the situation. Intuition can develop due to repeating experiences and pattern recognition. Intuition is credited with saving people from dangerous situations or preventing them from making mistakes. Riley has two emotions that help send the warning signal when something goes wrong. However, fear and anxiety may jump to conclusions or assume the worst without probable cause. Throughout the sequel, anxiety actively made mind workers create worst-case scenarios for Riley to worry about, hoping that doing so would prepare her for any situation. In contrast, intuition could take a more calculated and subtle approach, viewing the facts and prior history to let Riley know that something may be happening in her environment or among her peers. Having an emotion like intuition could also help with fear and anxiety. The three could work as a team, as the more concerned of the group could bring their worries to intuition, allowing them to run the data and consider the possibility of their frets and worries coming true. If fear or anxiety happens to be right about a situation, intuition could give Riley a nudge, influencing her behavior or removing her entirely from a situation.
I'm the worst!
Overreact much?
I barely touched it.
Number 5. Paternity. While we don't see this emotion in either of her parents, there's still a possibility that an emotion themed around paternity could enter headquarters to help Riley whenever she becomes a sole caregiver for another living thing. The sequel's credits reveal that Mr. and Mrs. Anderson also have anxiety, who come and go as necessary. They may have numerous emotions that live elsewhere, only arriving at the control panel when their influence or expertise is needed. Otherwise, the core 5 emotions maintain primary control of headquarters and watch over their respective person. One of their unseen emotions, like paternity or maternity, could make them eager to care for another living thing, helping Riley meet her needs and rejoicing her accomplishments. Emotions are based on nurturing or caring for another thing, and emotions may develop in the franchise later. However, anyone could want to become a parent or caregiver at any point, and the desire to start a family usually doesn't begin until later in life. Paternity or something similar doesn't need to include solely children, as they could influence how Riley cares for her first pet, an ailing loved one, or someone younger than her. Caring for others can have merit at any time and can have numerous different requirements. If Riley has a strong desire to care and provide for others, paternity could also help influence her decisions, such as what she'll do with her career choices. She may become a doctor, a teacher, or a home health aide. In the second film, Riley's mind includes a career-based parade, and the new emotions may help Riley determine what she wants to do for the rest of her life. It was a surprise when the many balloons jumped from a chef to a lawyer.
And sometimes she can be too hard on herself.
While every emotion may not provide the help someone needs at every moment, they all have an importance and a role to play while growing up. Riley will always need her core 5 emotions, but someone like anxiety can help her make cautious decisions and be mindful of her actions. In the same way, more mature emotions that would help her navigate in complex and multi-leveled situations would be beneficial as she navigates high school and young adulthood. Rationality, empathy, intuition, and more would be fantastic additions to the franchise.
Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange?
I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Cool. We can't let her know we're excited.
I got this.
Joy, I'm just curious, maybe, I could
Thank you,
help.
not now.